Okay, now number 10. This is a sector of the circle. It's like a slice. As soon as you see that sector, at least the way I teach it, the first thing that should pop into your mind is part over whole equals part over whole. So that's what I'm going to do. Your teachers might approach it a little different. Either way, can you tell me what I'm going to have on the right side of this equation? 65 over 360. So this is part over whole degrees. 65 over 360. Now on the left-hand side, I'm still doing part over whole, but this is partial area divided by the whole area. Now I don't know what the partial area is, so I could put an x there. I'm going to put a lowercase a to remind me that I'm finding the small area. You could put x if you want. Now, in the bottom of this fraction, I need the whole area. I don't know it, but I know a formula that will help me find it, don't I? How can I find the area of this circle real quick? Sure, what we've been doing this whole time. Area is pi r squared. Okay? But we're given that the radius is 4, so we can substitute that in. That's going to give us that the area is pi times 4 squared, which we would more comfortably write as 16 pi. Okay? So that is the whole area. So when I say part over whole, of course, I'm going to put the 16 pi here in the bottom, because that's the whole. Okay? Now, if I were you, I would always reduce this fraction immediately, before you cross multiply. So just put that in your calculator and tell me what you get. 13 over 72. Okay, your calculator just reduces that for you. So a over 16 pi equals 13 over 72. Now it's time to cross multiply. 72a equals, what's 13 times 16? 208. Okay, and don't forget the pi. So I'm doing 16 times 13, that's 208. So that'll be 208 pi. What am I going to do now? Correct. Let's divide both sides by 72 to get the little area by itself. Now, sometimes you will be asked for an exact answer. If you're asked for an exact answer, that means it's not time for decimals yet. When you put this in your calculator, do you get a fraction at first? A reduced fraction? Did anybody do it? See, 208 pi over 72. Let me try. That sounds right. 26 pi over 9. Okay? So sometimes your teachers will ask you for an exact answer. So be prepared to give an answer like this at first. 26 pi over 9.
So how we doing on decimals?
This is how. So that's exact. If you're asked for the nearest hundredth or whatever, how do you force your calculator to give you a decimal, you guys? The toggle button, little double arrow down here. If I hit that, it forces the decimal.
I rounded it to 08.
Sure. If we split it right here, the next number is a 5, so we round up to 9.08.
I don't get how you go with the first form. With the exact form.
Okay. Did you understand how I got the 208 pi over 72?
Yeah, but
Wait, so you had 208 pi over 72.
Why'd you get a 16.5? Did you square 4?
Yeah, that's here on the left-hand side here. I'm doing the pi r squared, so if the radius is 4, so 4 squared, 16.
And then cross multiply.
Right, then we reduce this fraction, cross multiply it. So 72a, 16 times 13 was 208.
Alright, I got the decimal right.
Okay. Yeah, don't get into a habit of not getting decimal until the last step. So I should see this on your paper, which should give you this.